y'all, this is Stacy from Let's Cook Y'all. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. Today I'm going to show you how I make a teriyaki chicken grain bowl. I'm going to start off by showing you how I make some teriyaki chicken in my crock pot with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You'll need some sugar, some soy sauce, or in my case I use Bragg's liquid aminos. The original recipe called for cider vinegar, but I used rice wine vinegar, some garlic, ginger, some pepper, my addition of a little bit of crushed red pepper. You'll need some form of a crock pot or slow cooker to cook it in, and in the end we're going to take the juices off and add some cornstarch to thicken it up. So let's cook, y'all. Let's make some teriyaki chicken, and then I'll show you how I throw it together with some other items to make a teriyaki chicken grain bowl. The first thing we're going to do is mix up the ingredients for the teriyaki sauce, and then we're going to put it in the crock pot with the thighs. The first thing I'm going to do is add some sugar, and I will put all the ingredients in the show more below the recipe. After the sugar, I'm going to add a mixture, in my case, of some Bragg's liquid aminos, which are kind of smoky, and some soy sauce. The original recipe calls for just soy sauce, and I will have all this in my notes below. After the soy sauce, I'm going to add some rice wine vinegar. This is my substitution. The original recipe, which I think came from Taste of Home, had apple cider vinegar, but with Asian type things, I prefer rice wine vinegar. Then I'm going to add some garlic. In my case, I have jarred. I don't have any fresh today. And you can add in here some fresh ginger if you have it. I do not. Again, I'm going to add just some powdered ginger. I'm also going to add some pepper. I don't measure it. I just give it a few turns of my pepper grinder. And my addition, I add a few crushed red chili flakes just to give it a little more spice or flavor. Not a whole lot because I don't particularly like things spicy. We're going to mix the sauce all up and then put it in the crock pot, or in my case it's this little West Bend slow cooker, but you could use a crock pot or any type of little cooker that you have. This recipe can also be baked in the oven. I believe the original one was. I'm just going to put the boneless, skinless chicken thighs in my crock pot that I have sprayed, and then I'm going to pour the sauce over it. I apologize that I did not take the time to move the camera. I know it's way over in the far corner, but I think you get the general idea. You just put the raw chicken in there in a sprayed crock pot and add all the sauce. Now that you've got the thighs and the sauce in there, go ahead and turn it up. If I was using a regular crock pot, I would put it on high. In my little West Bend that I've had for a very long time, I put it on about a setting 4, which is a medium, high, or high. These are going to take, in my West Bend, about 2.5 hours to cook, probably the same in a crock pot. You do not have to do this if you're not home, but I happen to be home, so about halfway through, I took the lid off and turned each of the thighs over just so that they'd get more of the sauce absorbed into them, but this is just totally an optional step. It's just something I like to do if I'm here. The thighs are fully cooked, and I've removed them to another bowl, and I'm going to take the liquid and strain it out. This is optional. This is not something I always do. I chose to do it today, A, because I was recording a video, and B, because I was going to serve this in a grain bowl. It's just any of the fat that's left over and all of the minced garlic. I'm going to drain that off. The cooking liquids, the teriyaki sauce, is drained off in a saucepan, and I'm going to take a cornstarch slurry that I made up. The ingredients are below, just equal parts cornstarch and water, and add that to the slurry to the teriyaki sauce, and mix it up and put it on the stove and boil it off. While my sauce is thickening, I'm going to take this packet of quinoa and brown rice and cook it in the microwave. You can use white rice, brown rice, anything you want. I'm just choosing to use this. It's quick and easy to make my grain bowl, but you can serve this just over plain rice or noodles. After the brown rice packet finishes in the microwave, I took this package of shelled edamame and also warmed it up in the microwave. This is another component of my grain bowl. My teriyaki sauce is thickening up and the other items are in the microwave, so now I'm just going to take some broccoli and steam it to go in the grain bowl. After I've boiled off the teriyaki sauce and it's thickened up somewhat, I'm going to add it back to the crock pot and toss the chicken in it, and then we're going to assemble the grain bowls. So now that all the components are done, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the grain bowl with the brown rice and quinoa mix. Remember, you can use any kind of a grain, rice, pasta, noodles. The teriyaki chicken, which is really easy to cook and only takes a couple hours on high in a crock pot. And this could be a different kind of a meal with just over white rice with an egg roll and maybe some frozen Asian blend vegetables. I always make a mess. I just always like it with the broccoli and the edamame combination, but that's just me. These are vegetables that I love broccoli that my husband tolerates, and we both like the edamame. I think they all work really well together. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you'll click subscribe and that you guys have a blessed day. Bye.